Hello guys, welcome back to Let's Play Dark Souls 2 Scholar of the First Sin Edition with me, Crudless. How are you guys doing today? We are in Huntsman's Copse. Look at this view here, pretty amazing. Wow. Yeah, in the last episode we cleared out the Hyde's tower, Hyde's sunken tower. It's in the water now, I guess, and we defeated the Dragon Rider boss, which was pretty simple, and then we killed the dragon and the old dragon slayer. That was pretty awesome fight, to be honest. Now we are here in Huntsman's Copse. As I said in the previous episode, there are you have to clear out the dragon slayer to get, or not the dragon slayer, the dragon rider to get to this boss, because you need to open the changing doorway in Majula to get here. And this place was used by the king, as I said in the previous episode, where the king hunted down the undead in the forest here. So it was a hunting ground, basically. But so this place is fairly dark, and there is if you look closely up there to the right, there is a drawbridge. Ooh, we're gonna over that one eventually. But if you look closely here, by the way, we're going here for one special thing that I've been looking for, because I'm going to be a sorcerer, remember? So if you know your sorceries, then you'll probably know what I'm looking to get. These guys, they do these shuttle attacks. I think these are shuttle weapons, and they hit you through your shields, I believe. I don't want to try that, to be honest, because this guy is really big. But at least they did in Dark Souls 1. But here in this forest, you gotta be a little careful, because if you look up towards the sky on top of these trees, you can see a poisonous moth up there. And if you kill that one, it will... if you don't kill it, it'll poison you, as this one up here will. So you can aim with your weapon up here, or with your binoculars, and then you can equip your staff and shoot this guy. And he'll drop a poisonous moth or the amber herb as usual. So it's... Who's this? This is a special thing that's only in the Scholar of the First Sin Edition. This is the Forlorn. He's an invader that invades you at different times of the game, and he is fairly strong. So you gotta be careful when you go here for the first time. As you can't really leave an area until you defeat this red phantom here. And he is fairly similar to what happened during... Hit the tree there. During a PvP invasion. So yeah, you want to waste this guy. He is fairly strong, especially the one with this great sword here. And we'll fight him a couple of times during the game. So who is this Forlorn? Some people I guess my theory is that this guy is another version of us, from another time, perhaps. Or it's like a representation of another player, or maybe it is something else entirely. Maybe we'll find out eventually through the game as it progresses. Oh, got him staggered there. But this guy, yeah, he hits pretty hard. So you don't want to go here maybe at a low level. Well, we are fairly high level now, I think. We're in the silver cat ring, as you can see. Haven't equipped my battle rings yet. So you might want to... Oh, we're out of spells. But we have more here. Luckily, this guy is fairly magic resistant, though. So, as you can see, the damage on our sword does a little more damage. But I'm not going to take any risks with this guy. You can parry him, though, of course. But he has fairly good AI, so you want to be careful. Oh, he almost jumped me there. I think I cancelled his attack. So I want to bait his attack a bit and use the trees to my advantage. Let's not die to him, though. I might want to get my health up a bit. He can't heal. That's one thing we need to know. The red phantoms, they are counting as I guess, regular invaders, so they can't really use items. Well, they can't use Essence Flask, at least. So that's nice to know. Almost got him down. Let's we should probably retreat back to the entrance after this. Though the rest of this area is fairly simple. So this is the hardest. Well, the Forlorn is one of the hardest parts about the Scholar of the First Sin Edition, to be honest. So we don't get a lot from him. I think we get a humanity, or not a humanity, but a human effigy. So I guess that's nice. But if you didn't kill the little I guess it was a butterfly or the poisonous moth, then you would have a lot more trouble fighting him. So that's good to know. So you should probably take care of that guy before you start fighting the Forlorn. And we'll meet him once more, I guess, yeah, lots of more times in this game. Over here there is an or aromatic ooze. We can use those to enchant our weapon with. Do we have those? I think we have them. Yeah, these are the gold pine resin and the aromatic ooze are examples of weapon enhancements that are or enchantments that are temporary. So this applies magic. This applies lightning to a weapon. Mysterious sticky substance that radiates a pale white light. The affected weapon inflicts magic damage for a short time. Particularly effective against heavily armored foes or creatures with thick scales. So it's really useful against thick scales, dragons, mayhaps. Gold pine resin, a rare pine resin with a golden glint. The affected weapon inflicts lightning damage for a short time. Particularly effective against foes who are resistant to magic and fire. So, yeah, that's a good description to everything else that is not resistant to to lightning. But yeah, in here there are some enemies. Don't worry, just kill these guys. They will wake up if you take the item, I think. So make sure you clear them out first. We got the Morning Star. Oh, another one. I forgot about this guy. He's wielding a torch. We got the Morning Star. It's a mace. Like we have a Morning Star already. We found one back in Majula. It's a mace basically. So this was probably some sort of horse. Not a horse, but this was probably some sort of cleric. But why was he here? In these are cages, as you can see. So the undeads were probably held in these cages and then released into the wild to be hunted. By the way, be aware of an ambush lying right here. These guys are pretty well camouflaged, I would say. They are ghillie suited and ready for sniping action. And there's also this dog here. They won't really attack me though until I strike or move towards the bridge. So that's a good thing to know. And they do quite nasty combos though. So yeah, really going in for like a melee. Oh. This guy's used to running, as you can see. So yeah, he's probably been hunted a couple of times. I think there is one more enemy at least. There is one up on the bridge, I think. But the next bonfire is over there. But we need to get this bridge down. How do we do that, you say? Well, there is a... Yeah, by the way, that's a nice foreshadowing. You can see this guy up here. So let's try to shoot him. Boom. And he will... Oh, he's coming for us, guys. Let's take him down. Or let him kill us. Cryo! Almost messed up there. But yeah, if you go inside this little bunker here and yeah, this guy was alive as well, and pull this lever as this ghost is showing us, then he will jump down from the roof and he'll ambush you. So you gotta be careful because this is the place of rogues. There we have one more rogue over there. And by the way, if you pull the lever, then all of these guys will aggro you automatically, I think. So the first thing you want to do before we get the... Well, let's get the thing I wanted first. Another butterfly there, as you can see. There are a couple of things we can do here. We can jump down here, and this was the thing I was going for. Oh, hello! You didn't see what I got there, though, but let's take care of this guy first. Remember this guy? He was guarding the King's Gate back in the Forest of Fallen Giants. And we got the Silence Armor. This is a really nice drop this early on in the game. Yeah, we'll take a look at that in a few seconds. Poison Moss and Green Blossom. And also in this chest... Ooh, is Sublime Bone Dust. So we got a lot of stuff in here. I'll go over each of them. First of all, let's start with the Sublime Bone Dust. This is an item we can burn in at the bonfire in Majula. Where is it? There it is. Burn in bonfire to upgrade Essos Flask. So it's a Charred Ashen Bones. Cast them into the fire in Majula to increase the HP restored with each use of your flask. They say these are the remains of a saint who cast himself into the bonfire, but who we will never know for sure, for soot and ashes tell no story. We will see more of soot and ashes in this game. But yeah, this will function basically as Firekeeper's Soul did in Dark Souls. Not increasing the amount of Estus Flask, but increasing how much health each flask, replenish. You also got one spell, which is super nice. This is one of the best spells in the game, by the way, requiring 40 sorcery. I think we have enough to use that up now, don't we? We have 29 intelligence. That's not enough by far, but oh well. This is a soul spear, sorcery that fires souls shaped into a spear, pierces enemies causing heavy damage. This spell was said to have been devised by a master sorcerer, but his name is long forgotten. Maybe he wore a big hat. Well, We also got the Cyan armor. Replica of the armor of the loyal knight Cyan. Let's equip this just to take a look at this thing because it looks amazing. Take a look at that with a cloak and all. It looks so cool. Replica of the armor of the loyal knight Cyan. This solidly crafted gear offers high defense. Sir Cyan, or Cyan, was widely known as the kingdom's most leal knight, and when the giants invaded, he volunteered to lead the advanced party, but was slaughtered most dishonorably. The king commissioned the replicas of Cyan's accoutrements and bestowed them to promising knights, but not long after they had donned the armor did they go thoroughly mad. So, maybe we will go mad as well. We can't wear this thing. We can wear this. No, it's really heavy, so let's not, because it will impede our damage dealing abilities with spells. So we should probably just stay away from that thing. Do we have any more of these? Yeah, we have the smaller life gems. We could take this path up here. Let's kill this thing first, though, because there is a path up here to the left. And remember the mob we saw on top of the building, up the building we were at previously. There is a path up here, and this one leads across the bridge up into this huge Colosseum-like structure here, and this is some sort of arena, probably used for some matches where people fought the undead. But yeah, these guys are guarding that place, and these guys are fairly dangerous. So we might not even be good enough to take these guys on, even with our spells. And I'm pretty low on my spell fusion this time. You can backstab these guys, but be careful when you do. Oh, hit that! I hit the freaking tree there. That's not good. With our fire sword, maybe we should put the tree on fire. I got some poison moss there as well. That's really nice to know. But I'm going over here just to check out one thing. Maybe we should wait though. The item up there isn't really useful as of yet. And is there one enemy up here? I thought there was one more, but I guess we killed him. I'm saying I guess today a lot because I'm not really. Oh, there he is. We only have 3 soul arrows. Let's take him on anyway, because we can probably do that, right? So, gotta wait for him to use his attacks. Then you can move in and do a backstab. These guys are fairly easy to backstab, to be honest. And you can also hit them while they're down, so they're not that hard to kill. But we should probably regain our spells, because if you couldn't tell by the fact that this place looks pretty ominous, then yeah, there is a boss fight coming up there, and we're gonna save that for later. And here we got the notched whip. Really cool. Ooh, a skeleton. Second skeleton we fought in the game, I think. We got the notched whip. Whip weapons are, well, they have pretty low durability, as you can see, 50 durability. A whip covered in spikes shreds skin and causes bleeding. Very effective against bear flesh, but not against enemies with armor and light protection. So those can be used against I guess these undead here. Pretty fitting weapon for an area such as this. But it breaks fairly easily if you use it too much. So be aware of that. Bring some repair powder or a ring we'll find later on. Hello, I'm hunting you. There we go. Let's see what he dropped. Did he drop some repair powder? Yeah, that was a coincidence, I guess. So, do we have any legs we could use? We should probably equip something eventually, but let's make our way over here. And in here, we'll find this place, but it's locked. And inside, we can see there is a guy trapped there, sitting next to 2 skeletons. He's probably been there a while, and those guys have probably been here even longer. So there are a couple of ways we can get to this guy. We can go through the path in this cave here. That's super dangerous. We can also go over this bridge, and this is also super dangerous. But this path is full of rogues. The other path is full of skeletons with necromancers resurrecting them. And we've seen. Oh, that was a really nice move there, mister. But yeah, these necromancers inside this cavern here, they will resurrect the skeletons inside, so you gotta be careful. And also be aware that these arrows here, you can still see that there's a guy over there shooting arrows at us. Oh, rogue armor. This is super cool armor. Rogue armor. Despite its crude appearance, this armor is surprisingly sturdy. So yeah, maybe we should wear this thing. It is a bit lighter than what we have, so I guess we are very fashionable for our... As for deprived. But yeah, you gotta be careful here because the guy shoots arrows. So you can use the trees as a cover, I guess. And there's another guy to the left and to the right there, so be very, very careful. You want to get rid of these guys pretty quickly so you can take care of the archer. Oh. And we will be invaded here as well. And we should probably use one of these amber herbs so we got some more spell casts because we're gonna need them against the invader pretty soon. So we can either go up there, that's the place we'll be invaded at, or we can go into the cave. Might go into the cave though, but first we should go over here and take care of this guy. Oh. Ah, another archer. This guy is standing over there, as you can see by the far end. But yeah, let's go take care of him, guys. Ooh. I remember previously that... Ah, come on. Previously that we got invaded over here instead, but now the invasion happens up on a ledge above us. So that's pretty nice, I guess. Another archer in here. I think this is where you get the key. I think... Well, where have they changed it? Mayhaps they have. I think they've changed it a bit, because you have to get the key for the place with the bonfire and the NPC. But before we do, there are a couple of things we need to do. We can cross this little platform here over the side, and inside we'll find the skeletons. These are pretty dangerous guys, to be honest. And as you can see, when they die, they don't drop souls, and that's because they will be resurrected or can be resurrected by the necromancer here. By the way, those are curse jars. You don't want to mess with those. Let's take care of the necromancer here, and when we kill the skeletons now, they will drop souls and they'll die, which is good. These here will curse you. Curse will make you, as I said with the pursuer boss fight, curse will drain your humanity and make you hate yourself. It will basically reduce you to hollow form if you are in human form already. Oh, another guy running around. Hello. Where are you going? You will be taken care of. We need to take care of this guy. We have to. We can't let him run away. Oh. Come here. This guy's pretty quick. Okay. Okay. We're gonna take just a round around here. We're gonna take a... Are you going in circles in here as well? What's wrong with you? Ah, there we go. No, don't. Okay, you asked for it. Ah, come on. Well, this is entertaining. I can't remember this being a part of come on, run. Of Dark Souls. There we go. He dropped the repair powder as well. These guys are repair powder are pretty expensive. I think the Macduff sells the repair powders for quite a high sum of money, actually. They will go for... What are you doing? That's a nice position there. I'm hanging onto the wall. Yes, it's a nice place to just hang out, you know. Hey, bro, wanna hang out with me? Oh, enough of those hang jokes. But yeah, those necromancers in here, they will stay permanently dead. So that's nice to know. There was one item here we could loot, so let's go back and take that. Another curse jar. They have this laughing weakness high spot. Oh, right. Magic mace and a titanite shard. Oh! Got this guy as well, but he spawns in here as a trap of sorts, I think. But yeah, we got the magic mace. This item has pretty nice damage for a weapon. So let's see if it is better. Since our weapon is upgraded, I don't think I'll change though, but it requires 12 strength, 5 dexterity. And it has C scaling in intelligence, which will deal magic damage. As you can see, it will deal a little less damage than we do with fire weapon, but it will deal magic damage instead and scale with intellect, which is really, really, really nice. We could light a flame butterfly. We have 3 of those now. These flame butterflies here. Bottle filled with dried red butterflies. Stimulation of these rare butterflies creates a small flame, allowing torches to be lit on the go. These butterflies exude secretions which ignite upon exposure to air, protecting them from natural predators. known and loved as handy firelighters, but feared as the catalyst of disastrous fire when found in swarms. So pretty dangerous, but we can't go through this door here. It's locked from the other side, and there's a nice item on this corpse that we want to get ASAP. And it will also create a shortcut through this cave here for an upcoming area or a boss, perhaps. Let's go inside the cave first before we take on the invasion. And there is a poisonous flower shroom over there. Over there we have one of these necromancers. Let's take care of this. I'm stuttering now. Let's take care of this guy with our ranged spells, and he will counter with some ranged spells as well. He's using a very slow-moving homing soul arrow, maybe. And there we go, taking him down. There was an item above us, I noticed. Let's make our way over here to this building. Looks pretty nice, to be honest. It's a huge waterfall coming out of the building. You could ideally you could proceed through here, but inside there are boulders, so we can't go through that doorway. But in here there is a boss fight coming up, if you could tell by the huge door there. So we want to open up the bonfire first, so we have a shortcut to the boss fight in case we die, even though the boss fight is fairly simple. So here there is a torch that is lit. Before we do anything, though, let's take care of these skeletons before they do anything. Because, if I remember correctly, they are actually tied to the necromancer that we shot outside, which is nice. Yeah, you can jump over to that item. I'm going to do that later on after I've gotten the bonfire, because I'm not really intend to die just yet. I want to go here and loot this thing, though. Combustion and Titanite Shard. Combustion, I'll show you get that later on. It's a pyromancy spell. Pyromancies are basically fire magic. So here we get the Estus Flask Shard. Really nice. I don't think we have the key yet. No, we don't have the key yet. We have the shortcut now, though. Should we jump across? Let's go. Yeah, we made it. Here we get the human effigy, lacerating arrows, and prism stone. Pretty nice. But the lacerating arrows are basically bleed arrows. They will make enemies bleed quicker, which is super nice. Since we have our torch up, let's light up some of these bonfires just for the sake of aesthetics, I think. Because I know there are some torches in here, yeah. By the way, in Scholar of the First Sin, there are some parts that you can benefit from lighting torches, which wasn't in the original Dark Souls 2, and I found that pretty useful, because the torches are in this game, they should be useful. And now we have 50 minutes of torch usage available, so that's pretty nice. Yeah, let's look for the path up, because we need to go up to where that butterfly is. And I know it is here. Make sure you are topped off now, by the way, because there is a fight coming up with another invader. This dark spirit, merciless Rowena, and she is merciless, if you can tell by her huge hat. And that's a warlock hat. We'll be able to get that later on in the game. Just blow her down with your shots, I guess. I think that's where they keep the key, to be honest, that little item on the ground there. So I think that's where we'll get the item. Melee finisher! And I think she only gives you a human effigy as well. So, yeah, there we get the undead luckaway key. Let's take care of this little human effigy as well. Let's shoot this moth. What happened to the camera there? I have no idea. Oh well. But remember, there was an item down here that we can drop down to. Just be super careful that you don't fall too far. Oh, yeah, there we go. Poison moss. Well, that's not the item I was looking for. This flamberge. The flamberge is an item. It is a sword that is shaped like a flame. And these are representations of real-life weapons. As you can see, great sword with an undulating blade. The unique shape is designed to pierce the flesh and is highly effective at causing bleeding. Flamberge literally means flame blade, but it also seems to bear a certain creature's likeness. Maybe a snake, perhaps? Where is it? Oh, I haven't... There it is. Yeah, it looks like a snake. Or, yeah. Or a dragon, perhaps. Anyway, let's make our way back to the bonfire, and then we'll go and take on the boss of this area. This boss of this area isn't... Well, it's one of those things in this game where they just flood you with enemies, and I'll show you what that's like in a few seconds. Let's talk to this guy though first. Hello, who are you?
Who are you?
That's what I said.
I thought you were that bastard for a moment. You've set me free. Now I can find him. The cheeky prick. He won't know what hit him.
Now, if you remember back to the guy in the Forest of Fallen Giants, the one that intended to lock us, or told us about the trap with the door that locked behind us. And this guy is looking for that guy because remember, if you the other guy back in the Forest of Fallen Giants, he talked about there was a guy who was trapped inside, and yeah, this is the guy who was trapped inside that trap.
I am Creighton of Mirror. I travel from land to land to hone my blade. I've heard this land was full of danger. I thought it would suit me perfectly. I joined forces with a man on the way, but he was no more than a backstabbing knave. He took the first chance he had to try and off me. I decided to set a trap for him here. But then I got trapped myself. I can't believe that I was so dense. Thank the stars that you came along. You be careful of him. Pate, I think he said. He wears this rather unusual ring. You know it when you see it. I've seen his type before. He kills entirely for the pleasure of it. I'm sure I won't be his last victim. The man's better off dead. I tell ya, he's a slick talker, so don't let him fool ya. Pate, the man with a strange ring. Watch out for the slimy rat, and don't you believe a word he says. I'll find a common footpad and put an end to his roguery.
We learned the fist bump gesture. Oh yeah.
Pate.
So yeah, this guy has a bit of a grievance with this guy called Pate. So apparently we'll see more to this guy. As you can see, he disappeared when you go through all his dialogue. He'll be back soon, and so will Pate. They have
here to see.
Yeah, we got the Essence Flask shard. Might want to turn that in before we take on the boss. But yeah. So they have this NPC story that goes on throughout the game. We'll see more to those guys eventually. Don't have more though. Oh, I'm in a conundrum here. Should we get our intellect up to 40, or should we start buffing our faith? Trust me, this might sound weird, but I'm going to get my faith up to 20. And you'll see why. I mentioned this in the previous video. Even though we're doing an intellect build, I'm going to upgrade my faith at this point of the game. And this might seem weird, but trust me, you want to have 20 faith and 20 intellect for some parts of this game. If you don't want to kill an NPC, that is. And we don't want to kill NPCs if it isn't really a necessity, I guess. Now we see we have 5 Essence Flasks. Oh, I forgot to burn the Sublime Bone Dust, but I guess that's all right. Those curse jars, they only disappear. Well, they reappear every time you zone out of an area. So if I died here, they would have been gone. But since I went to Majula, they are back, basically. That's it. Make sure you break them, as they will be gone now. And as you can see, the necromancers are gone, and these skeletons aren't nearly as dangerous as the ones in the catacombs in Dark Souls. These are a joke compared to those. Oh, here we have one of these crystal lizards. Let's take care of this guy. Come on. No! No, no, no! Oh well. I guess that didn't matter that much. These guys are a little bit harder because they are wearing crowns, as you can see. So the crowns make them super strong. Hey, come on, fencer. This guy reminds me of the Boulder Knights. Let's get our health up a bit. Don't want to be low when we go inside this room. Oh, this waterfall is really loud. But oh well. Really don't need the Silver Cat ring on this boss though, so let's put on the Ring of Blades instead. Yeah, let's put on a Ring of Blades. An end to the mist. These are the Skeleton Lords, and you want to rush over to this guy and take him down immediately. Once you kill one of the Skeleton Lords, as you can see, there are 3 Skeleton Lords, and this is the most dangerous guy. We just killed him. And there was a guy with a scythe, a staff, and one with a polearm of sorts. And when you kill one of them, they will spawn some minor mobs. You need to kill the minor mobs and the giant skeletons. As you can see, we killed one Skeleton Lord, and the HP of the boss down there is sort of a... I guess it's a... Oh! The sum of all of these guys' health. As you can see, when you kill the small ones as well, we damage the boss. So this fight involves basically crowd control and fighting a lot of small monsters. So if you have any magic urns, perhaps, they will be super useful in this fight. These. Let's try to pull these guys together and use a magic or witching urn, I think it's called. Yeah. There we go. Super useful in this fight. You can get these from the Sentinels of Blue, which we haven't joined yet, but yeah. Oh. There we go. I think there are some urn that is even better than that one against this boss, but you can use those, and you can even fight this boss on the New Game Plus difficulty, and with these urns pretty early on in the game, and you get pretty amazing ring, to be honest. Oh, I'm taking a lot of damage here. That's not good. But yeah, one thing to make sure of in this fight is that you don't kill more than one Skeleton Lord at a time, unless you want to be swarmed by thousands of skeletons. So you might want to be swarmed, but yeah. So I think the hardest part of this boss is to get rid of the small skeletons. So, and now we have one more down. Come on. There we go. So now that all of those small guys are down, let's take care of... which one should we take down first? Let's take care of the fire staff throwing guy, because he is a little more dangerous. The Lord themselves, they aren't really dangerous at all. They are the small skeletons you should be afraid of. So I have one more witching urn. I think this guy... Well, he spawns enemies over here, I think. And he either spawns the skeletons with the crown or the bone wheel skeletons. And the bone wheel skeletons are... There we go, the bone wheel skeletons. And these are really annoying. Be sure to make them go into a wall like this and hit them in the back, because they will damage you a lot if you let them. So I think there were supposed to be 4 of these. Aren't there? Or have they nerfed this boss in the Scholar of the First Sin edition? Because there used to be 4 of these guys, if I remember correctly. But I guess there were only 2. Only this guy again, left to guess. Let's take care of him. And now, finally, we'll get the crown skeletons. Where are you? You can also break these thrones, by the way. No idea why there are skeletons lords here, or skeleton lords here. Oh. Yeah, these guys are, I guess, the most dangerous part of this fight. But they take a lot of damage from the witching urns. But yeah, be careful. We can also use spells, since we are, of course, a caster, so we should probably just use the spells here. Come here. For a caster, I've been going melee for quite a lot in this playthrough, so... But Dark Souls 2 is very, very heavy on the melee focus, especially early on in the game. But yeah, victory achieved! We got the Skeleton Lord soul and lots of souls. Super nice. So we could go back and use a bonfire aesthetic on this one, on the bonfire, and the area would go to advance to New Game Plus 1, and the boss would be a little harder. And we would get a super nice ring for killing the boss then, and a lot of souls. But I'm not going to do that just yet. I mean, you might do that later on, just for the sake of having the ring, because it's really awesome. Ooh, but now we'll make our way across the second drawbridge. I guess this isn't really a drawbridge, but yeah, this bridge here. Anything down here? No. This area is pretty deserted. And they work like a loading screen, as I said previously. This is a hidden loading screen as well. Don't think there is anything down there. No, there isn't. But now we'll find a couple of things which are interesting. First of all, this ladder here, most useful ladder ever. And over here. First of all, down to the right, there is a lot of poison. We're apparently in Harvest Valley. There's a bonfire in there, but before we go there, we want to go over, take a look at this place. This is the Harvest Valley. Ooh, yes. What is going on here? And who is this lady? And what are these guys doing down there? Well, we'll find out in the next episode. See you guys then. Bye-bye.